Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Malicious Female Fan Steve Malicious here, back with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And the reason for the S10 Plus today, right now, Amazon Renewed, one in pretty darn good condition, will run you $270. And what a great time it is to be looking for a smartphone, especially if your budget is $300-400, because it wasn't that long ago that a $270 smartphone would be something that looked like it was Fisher-Price made and plastic and awful and looks like it was 3D printed. But now, for your $270, you're getting a flagship from just 2 years ago and the build quality, features, and performance that goes with that. So let's talk about that build quality. Glass, front and back, metal frame, fantastic. I think this is one of the better designs that Samsung's ever had on a phone. I love the S10 Plus when it came out. Still looks fantastic. Doesn't look dated at all. I like the S21 Ultra. It looks good. This is nice and thin, sleek. I love that prism white that they have on it. Wish they'd bring that color back, but overall fantastic. On the front, 6.4-inch display. You got your dynamic AMOLED panel, 2K display. Now listen, you're not getting 120 hertz. You're not getting 90 hertz. You're going to have to settle for 60 hertz as one of the 2021 features. But for that, you are getting your 2K. And it is nice. Samsung does panels so well, and this certainly isn't an exception. The brightness, the contrast, the colors, just overall great experience. First generation, at least first generation for Samsung in-display fingerprint reader. And while it works fine, it was a touch slow, at least to these standards for today. Takes a second. Sometimes the facial recognition, which is not the iris sensor from the Note 9, but the facial recognition works even faster than the fingerprint reader, but it still works just fine. No problems with it. Plenty accurate. Let's talk about what you get for your 270. Snapdragon 855, which for my money, I have so many devices with that Snapdragon in it. Great power, great performance, great heat dissipation. Overall, a great chip and still great in 2021. 8 gigs of RAM, which is more than enough, running Android 11. And speaking of Android 11, not only is it up to date with One UI 3.1 and security patches, but this is the first year of Samsung extending their service lives of the phone. So this is going to be slated to get Android 12 as well when it comes out, which is quite nice. Let's talk about some of the other features you get. Flagship features you'd expect, like the camera. To me, this is the first year, we'll put up some shots, that Samsung really paid attention to the camera. The jump from the Note 9 camera to the S10 Plus camera system is significant. Great shots, good night performance. And what I like about what Samsung does is that they bring features from future updates and future phones down to the older phones when they think that it can support it. So when you're talking about this camera system here, not only does it include single take, which is great, you have multiple different lenses working, you can take video and pictures and pick what you want from there, but you also get, we'll scroll over here, go to the side, AR Doodle, which if you remember, that was a feature from the Note 10 Plus, where you could draw stuff in the air and it remembers the position of it and it includes it in the video, but now that's brought down to the S10 Plus so you can enjoy it. Features also brought over, you got wireless DeX now with the update, which works quite well. It's cool. I know a lot of people like the wireless DeX experience, so if you're one of those people, you're getting that here as well. Headphone jack is back. The last Samsung major flagship release with the headphone jack, which is quite nice. So you're getting a modern device with a lot of modern features, but you're also getting some of those legacy features that we all wish we still had. USB-C port, dual speakers, which sound great, get plenty loud. Samsung does well with the dual speakers as well, so no issues there. Let's talk for a moment about, you get the wireless charge, you get reverse wireless charge, you get fast charge, and so that leads us to battery life. 4,100 milliamp hour battery, plenty big you'd think spec-wise, but with Android 11 and all the rest of it, I'm getting my 4.5 hours. Now understand that's at full brightness. Games, Pokemon Go, all the rest of it, full brightness, always on display at full brightness. So if you take a little bit better care of your battery management, closing apps, all the rest of it, you might be able to stretch that. But look, not unique to Samsung, not unique to any of these manufacturers, really. You have battery life issues on Android 11. They extend over here as well, but that's not bad. If you could get 4.5, 5 hours, I think you're doing yourself well, especially for $270. So look, snappy performance, scrolling, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube looks great with the 2K. Gaming, Pokemon Go, yes, Genshin Impact, which everybody loves me to mention every single video when we're talking about gaming. That's fine. You want to see your waifu in 2K. Fine, why not? Knock yourself out. But overall, just fantastic, snappy. I like the fact that the curve, this is when they started to mute the curve just a little bit, and they usually do on the S devices anyway. So coming from the Note, which had the kind of waterfall curve, you got kind of the nice curved display. Hole punch as well, so you get both the wide angle and the regular lens for the selfie camera, for the front-facing camera. And to me, the best orientation of the front-facing camera. I love the little pill design off to the right. I think that's where it should be. I hate the fact that Samsung went for it and put it right in the middle of the display on more recent designs. If it's over here, I can hold my device in such a way, if I'm watching YouTube or something like that, where it's down into the corner, out of the way of the content. I think when it's right there in the middle, your eye goes to it and you have no choice but to notice it. But if it's down there in the corner, you could just kind of shift the phone around, get it down there, and have no issue whatsoever, and it doesn't bother you. So I really wish they'd bring that back, that kind of off-center. And a lot of device manufacturers have. I like that off-center hole punch for the camera through the OLED. But just, you can't get enough of the screen. The colors on Samsung devices are fantastic. It's best in class. I mean, if you're talking about a $270 device, this is absolutely best in class between the build quality, the screen, and the performance, the RAM, even spec-wise. If you put the Snapdragon 855 up against a lot of the mid-range devices and mid-range chipsets that you're going to be getting in a $270 price range, it's still competitive, if not beating them. And you can really see it in games and performance like that, where you really get the plus advantage of it. So for me, link will be in the description. Amazon review, remember, 90 days. If you don't like it, if there's scratches or something like that you don't quite like, the battery life isn't what you expected. It's got to be over 80%. Go ahead and return it, which I think is a nice liberal return policy, which is great. But go ahead and pick yourself up one for $270. If you can, get it in the Prism White. You won't be disappointed. This was a fantastic color, kind of not rainbow like the other one that they came out for the Note 10 Plus, but just overall shimmery, different colors depending on where it is. Nice and thin and light, which is something. Look, I did plenty of videos where I complained about this race to be thinner and lighter on these devices and said you could add a little bulk to them, especially if it means keeping the headphone jack and stuff like that. But then they went the complete other direction, and the S21 Ultra you could throw through a window. This one is nice to hold, nice balance overall. Yeah, you got the power button way at the top that people complained about, but otherwise a great device. So like I said, do yourself a favor, and there's going to be plenty of deals like this. This is not something that's Samsung alone and unique to the S10 Plus. There are plenty of great deals right now. This just happens to be one of them. We'll have a few of them more. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.